And we are on. All right. All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
We want to first start off by giving all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
Bashem,
Yahweh,
Yahushua,
Bahashem,
Hashem,
Rakah,
Arakakadash.
double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us the truth and the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. We're back with another quick one, Lord willing, and edifying to you all out there. Today we're going to be dealing with a few topics, same person, few topics though. Lord willing, we'll fly through it quickly. Um, the title for this lesson is going to be "The 100% Truth is Sweet and Bitter," and is in all caps because a lot of people forget the bitter part. They come into this truth, they hear the sweet. When the bitter comes in, they throw rocks at it. All right, they want to show disdain for it. Um, Truth ain't always sweet, my guy. You should have learned that growing up. All right, and that's to anybody out there who can't accept the 100% truth of the Holy Scriptures. When has truth ever been 100% sweet? Never in life. Truth hurts people, but truth not only hurts people, it strengthens people, right? And it builds integrity. And that's what we hear at Great Millstone. And the true affiliates of Great Millstone, we preach that 100% truth. Right? So, so first we want to touch on the video from El Alazar. This is a response he did last week, pertaining to um, when we were brothers. A lot of brothers were bringing out rebuke videos, and rebuke just means correction. So correctional videos for you dullets out there, correctional videos about him stating that we possibly will be here for another 1,000 years. That's going off. We've already touched on that. So this was his response to us saying this, and this is from a few days back. The Elderman at the Zagba, he did it 4 days ago, 4 to 5
Let me
days
get
ago.
this
So
real quick.
yeah, Con, go ahead. Go ahead. Go back. Go ahead. I'll put it to the stage. If you good.
All right, this is Isaiah 30 and 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of Yahweh, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. So our people would rather us say, I want to say this, sugarcoat the things in the book.
Mm-hmm.
I bring out the whole truth, make it seem less bad than what it is, so to speak. Well, as I said, man, you can't pick and choose what you want to follow in this book, right? You got to digest the whole role. So there's good things and there's bad things, but we can't just pull out the good things without the bad things. Okay,
Yep. I'm
so that's it.
Con. I want to get one to back the brother. Let me pull it to the stage. You got it there at the water.
I am the boy.
So this is one to back the brother. We're gonna jump down, but we're gonna start at verse 1. So this is Ezekiel 3:1. The subheading is Ezekiel's commission. So this is what Ezekiel was commanded to do. He was put on a mission to do this. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest. Eat this roll. The roll is talking about this word, and who we all know who the word is. The word is Yahushua. Proof that this word is talking about this word, and proof that the word is Yahushua is back in the is over in the New Testament, where Yahushua said, "Eat me." He said, "Eat me and drink my blood." That's not talking about literally eat him and literally drink his blood. That's talking about eat this roll. The roll is talking about the word. Yahushua is the word according to the book of John, chapter 1. He's the word. He's the word. I mean, it's like in our world, word. Eat this roll and go speak unto the house of Israel. So that's our job as prophets. We're to eat this roll, the bitter and the sweet, and speak to the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat the roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I gave thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. All right. But to back that in the book of Revelation, if you could pull that up for me, the book of Revelation where it speaks about the bitter as well. All right. But while the more willing pull that up, I'm going to go down the water. I'm going to skip down here to back what he was saying in the book of Isaiah 30. And it says, verse 6, not too many people of a strange speech and of an hard language whose words thou canst not hear, us like you understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard headed. So Israel is hard fucking headed, man. But it goes deeper. It says, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. Why does it say that? Because Israel is super hard headed. So they're going to try to come against us. And the Lord going to harden our hearts even harder against theirs, man. Just like that. Right? So a lot of people wonder why we come off very harsh, very rude. This is why. You have to. You're dealing with very hard headed people.
Hey, what did it say, man? My words in your mouth will be fire. We'll burn them up as wood.
Yes, sir. Indeed, man. Indeed. And it says in verse 9, as an adamant harder than flint, all right, have I made thy forehead. When you go into adamant stone in a flint, those are very hard stones, man. Very, right? And it says, I made thy forehead. So Israel's a very hard-headed people. It says that in the book of Hosea 4 and 6. It also says that in the book of Jeremiah, right? Israel is a very hard-headed people. Okay. And it says, fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Israel is nothing but a rebellious house, man. Very rebellious. All right. And if you may.
Isaiah 1.
Gone. Yep.
All right, I got you.
The water, brother. I got you on the stage.
Okay. Showing this shit.
I need to do that too. This shit pissing me off.
Man. All right. This is Revelation 10 and 8. And the voice which I heard from heaven spake unto me again and said, go and take the little book which is open in the hand of the angel which standeth upon the sea and upon the earth. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up. Right? Devour it. Take it in. And it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey.
Yeah.
And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and I ate it up. And it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many people and nations and tongues and kings.
Mm-hmm. This is for you people who are the New Testament only or Old Testament only. They both go hand in hand. All right. Really, to the New Testament only people. All the New Testament does is back the Old Testament. What I got in Ezekiel 3 it goes right hand in hand with Revelation 10, what this brother just read. It's just back in Ezekiel 3. The same thing. It's the same thing. You got to eat the bitter, man. Got to. The sweet. Hey, what's sweet without bitter, man? What's bitterness without sweetness? There's a perfect balance. The Lord is a perfect, balanced power, right? He has to be, or else he will be a liar. That's why he had to have Adam go off. All Adam knew was righteousness. That's why he had to make him go off. He made us go off. Why? It wasn't because he's a tyrant God or nothing of the sort. It's not because of that. It's because there has to be a balance. You have to understand good, but as well as evil. So that there's always a balance somewhere. So that goes hand in hand with that sweetness and bitterness. Not everything in the Bible is going to come off so soft and what's the word I'm trying to use? It's a G word. Glamorous, right? It's not always going to be like that. There's going to be some bitter parts in this, the RAPE doctrine. That's bitter. Yeah, it's bitter, but it's the truth. What you want us to leave it out because it's a little bitter and people can't take it? Fuck that. All right, fuck that. Yeah, man. Go ahead. You got it.
All right, this is Jeremiah 5:14. Yeah. Wherefore thus saith Yahweh the Most High Power of Hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them. Lo, I will bring a nation up upon you from afar. O house of Israel, saith Yahweh, it is a mighty nation, it is an ancient nation, a nation whose language thou knowest not, neither understandest what they say. So that's why people always get offended when we preach or teach. It hurts them, right? The Lord's word is like a two-edged sword. And ultimately you all are the fire that's being devoured. This truth hurts you. When you learn that the things that you've been learning in Christianity and whatnot is all bullshit, you look at us as if we have hatred in our hearts when all we're doing is reading the text, breaking them down through the spirit, and ultimately trying to better our people and wake up the elect, the hopeful elect. That's all. So they cut people when they can't understand it.
We do actually have hatred in our heart as well, because like Ecclesiastes 7:7 say, doth not oppression maketh the wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart. So people come at us, like the brother mentioned, why y'all got hatred in their heart? Well, look who's ruling, nigga. Like Isaiah 3 said, a child is our ruler. There's a child ruling over us, man. A fucking peasant is ruling our people. Our women are above us. Hell, the situation with the guy we're making a lesson on shows that.
The prophets are being worn out, Bull is wearing the prophets out. And like I said about Lot, man, being around all this wickedness is very vexing, like the brother said. So
they have vexed me sore. And people expect you to walk around this bitch with a smile on your face. Here it is, I gotta go to work and the nigga want me to smile. Nigga, what you mean why I'm not smiling? Why I look so mad and angry? Do you like this shit? You like going to work, nigga? You like paying bills, nigga? You like that shit? You like going and paying $12 for a dozen eggs, man? Do you like that? I don't. The nigga want to walk around asking why we upset, why we're angry. There's a reason why we're angry and upset. All right? And like the brother was also mentioning about the two-edged sword, hey, man, this truth will cut you just as much as it will cut others. Cuts us daily. We read this truth and I'll be like, damn, I fucked up. You got to take accountability. You got to own up to it. That's what men do, as well as true women. You're not left out of that either. True women are accountable for their actions. All right? You too. So I'm going to pull up this video, but if you can, brother, if you could pull up Deuteronomy 22. We ain't got to talk about it yet till we play the video, just to set it up. But and then when you get there, just let me know and I'll start the video.
Yeah, I'm in 22.
Okay, Con, I'm gonna start the video.
The same organization that told everybody it is lawful, which they're wrong about. It is lawful to forcibly have intercourse with a girl of any age as long as she has started her menstrual cycle.
Now I want to note, he said which we're wrong about. Okay, remember that.
I know girls who started at 9, 10. There is a historical documentation. A girl in Peru, I believe, she started at 5 or 6 years old. They taught that it's lawful. They teach that it is lawful to forcibly assault in a, sexual nature, a little girl as long as she has started her cycle. What about the mindset behind that? See, they're admitting here that I am not necessarily wrong. Not necessarily, I am not wrong. What I said is wrong, but the mindset behind what I said was off. Well, what's the mindset behind that? What's the mindset behind that? What type of nigga do you gotta be? Or what type of nigga does that create? What kind of justification of a sicko does that do to teach that? Like Law said, this is a young man. Law, let us know how old you are in the chat. Right?
Pause it real quick. I'm just confused why this nigga has a hat on, and it specifically says in the scriptures when you're prophesying or teaching, you're not supposed to have anything covering the crown of your head.
Yep. Yes, sir, man. That's 1 Corinthians 11, man. But you know, I'm trying to figure out why his hair's so damn long.
That put a stain on us bad.
Hold on. Let's go back. What does that comment say? This guy said, bro, that put a stain on us so bad, bro. Salakia, man. Hey, man, this guy is one to talk, eh? One to talk.
That put a stain on us bad. Real bad. These guys, one of their elders just said that my men, shout out to Sakari Houston, being at an anti-immigration rally, supporting in unison with the Latin Northern Kingdom tribes, with the tribe of Levi, who was victims of deportation right now, predatory ICE discrimination right now. That's a bad look.
It is.
This same organization told you it's okay to force yourself on a little girl. This brother just 18, right? Brother Law. He's a young man. Hold on, let me give it with my protection. I don't understand. How do they know your mindset? But it's okay, Zaquan Mabatai, because I'm gonna break it all down tonight.
And break it down and let you know. Yeah, well, I definitely.
And all this next part, we're not going to play this. It's unnecessary. All this next part is going to the elder Menat Zagba brought out how he came up to the apostles' camp, as you'll see right here around this part, and how he's in agreement to what the apostles were preaching about the RAPE doctrine, right? So that's all that's getting into. So I ended up laughing. I couldn't hold it in, but I started laughing because this nigga saying how we put a bad look on the ministry and what is our mindset behind this? Well, I don't want to crank it or nothing, but what's your mindset about taking dick from the back, man? Taking artificial dick from the back. What is your mindset about that? That puts a fucking stain on the ministry, man. That puts a stain on it. What is your mindset behind cucking your wife out?
There ain't no point in bad mouthing, dude, man.
No. You're right. No, there's no. That's not about bad mouthing, though. What is your point in all of that, though? Right? I'm not saying it to mock and scoff. I'm just putting it out there as in the truth, man. The truth is sweet and bitter. And when you come against your elders, because the scriptures say, you younger ones, submit to your elders. Shit like this happens, man. And we don't want to see shit like this. We were praying and hoping it wasn't true. Who the fuck wants this to be true, man? But that's what happens. That's what the Lord would do to you. All right? It's sad to see. That's what I will say. But we'll get into the scriptures. That ain't nothing I would want to talk about much more. That's just disgraceful, man. Let's see. Where should we start? Because this whole chapter's fire. Speaking on the point. You want to start there?
13?
If you want to. It's up to you, brother.
Okay. So this is Deuteronomy 22 and 13. If a man take a wife and go in unto her and hate her, and give occasions of speech against her, and bring up an evil name upon her, and say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid. So let's just stop right there. Number 1, verse 1, which is other places you could prove that sex is married in the Bible. That's not the point of this video. A maid is a young woman that is a virgin, right? So just want to say that right there. Then shall the father of the damsel, a damsel just another word for a young woman again, and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity unto the elders of the city in the gate. And the damsel's father shall say unto the elders, I gave my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hateth her.
Oh, and the token of her virginity is the bloody sheets from the first time they had intercourse. You go ahead.
Yep, shedding blood. That was usually seen as a covenant.
Con, and that's why
back in those days.
Yeah, Con. That's why when you get into Joseph, the story about Joseph and Mary, that's why Joseph, when they found out that Mary was pregnant, he wasn't boasting about it. He wasn't going around letting people know because he was embarrassed because he didn't have the token of her virginity. Though he did take her virginity, because why would Yahushua coming from a polluted womb? He took her virginity, but he didn't have the token to prove it, you know. So that he was ashamed of that. All right, so you go ahead.
It's also customary when it comes to marriage as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the damsel, yeah. Verse 17, and lo, he had given occasions of speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid, meaning virgin. And yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity. And they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city. That's what the brother was just talking about.
Yeah, and also, when it also says he found my daughter not a maid, it's not only just talking about a virgin, which it is, but it's also talking about basically, you know, the guy was coming up, as they said a few verses up, he's complaining about how she's not doing her job, so to speak. Yeah, as a wife. You got it, brother.
And the elders of that city shall take that man and chastise him, and they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver, and give them unto the father of the damsel, because he hath brought up an evil name upon a virgin of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And she shall be his wife. He may not put her away all his days.
Yeah. meaning unless your wife, you can't put your wife away unless she does an abominable act, which is fornication, which fornication means adultery. Unless she do some wicked ass shit like that, you cannot put her away. And that's if she's really your wife, like if you took her virginity, right? Which is hard to come by in this kingdom, if we're being honest.
But if this thing be true, and the tokens of virginity be not found from the damsel, then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house. And the men of her city shall stone her with stones that she die, because she hath wrought folly in Israel.
Yep.
To play the whore in her father's house, so shalt thou put evil away from among you.
Shows that, you know, we don't play that adultery shit, man, in our nation, amongst our people. But now, as you see, amongst our people, it's running the most rampant. So when I scroll social media from time to time, the majority of the adultery I see on every other post is Jake. It's Jake. Either a nigga or a bitch. It's Jake. It don't matter who recording it. It's Jake. Every time. Here it is. You got niggas out here now playing pranks on their husband with their boy best friend, so to speak, like making it sound like they're fucking. That's never been funny, and they probably ended up really fucking afterwards, making it even more not funny, right? So go ahead.
Yeah, whoredom was even a capital offense back then.
Mm-hmm.
If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die.
Mm-hmm.
Both the man that lay with the woman and the woman, so shalt thou put away evil from Israel. So let's talk about adultery.
Yep.
The adulterer and the adulteress will be put away because that's an abomination in the Lord's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It's damn near, that's like the worst thing you can do.
Yep.
They ain't even like.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's why we ended up in a predicament that us Israelite men are in now. Throughout the midst of the 12 tribes, we're in this predicament because we committed adultery on the Lord. And look what that got us. So how much more commit adultery on earth? Like literally in a carnal sense.
If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed meaning engaged, unto a husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her, then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city. Ye shall stone them with stones that they die.
Mm-hmm.
The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he hath humbled his neighbor's wife. So thou shalt put away evil from among you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's going into adultery. And it also going, you could coin RAPNEN with it, but it doesn't necessarily say it here. It's just adultery still. You keep
Yeah,
going.
because she didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It would technically be great if she, you know what I'm saying, if she would have cried out.
Mm-hmm.
But in
But
this
she
sense,
accepted it.
it making it seem like she enjoyed it or she was okay with it. She
Yep.
didn't try and stop it from happening.
Mm-hmm. Accepted it.
Right. That's why I said humble his neighbor's wife. He
Mm-hmm.
took her. That's why when people always say, when a girl always say, "Oh, I fucked you," no, the man is the one who does the fucking.
Yeah.
You
You know,
know,
they like, right. They like to say,
100%.
right. They like to say we passing him around. No, you're not. You're not passing that man around. How you pass him around and you the one jumping on it? That don't make no sense, man. You that don't make. Here it is. You riding in the car, but you pass him around. That don't make no damn sense.
But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and a man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die. So if she had a man and was engaged, and he forced himself upon her, and they slept together, then only the man should die, right? Because she's in a field. There are no witnesses.
Mm-hmm. And then that shows there is consequences to RAPE. There is consequences because it could lead. It could be adultery, like this sense, right? You go
So
ahead.
like that's how you know back in the day, right? If you and if you committed an offense like that, you would be put to death. In
Mhm.
Esau's kingdom, if you committed an offense like that, you're going to jail or prison.
Yeah. If
Verse-
that, sometimes that don't even happen.
Exactly. Sometimes you don't even get punished.
Mm-hmm.
This is verse 26. But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter. For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her.
But she was in a rural area. She wasn't in the city.
If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. A man shall not take his father's wife, nor discover his father's skirt.
And if you may, brother, could you put it in the NIV for these last 3 verses? Because it'll tell you, it'll say the word in this version.
This is verse 28. If a man happens to meet a virgin who is not pledged to be married and grapes her, and they are discovered, he shall pay her father 50 shekels of silver. He must marry the young woman, for he has violated her. He can never divorce her as long as he lives. And if he does try and divorce her, he's going to get put to death.
Indubitably.
And man is
and also if you don't pay the father 50 shekels of silver, you're gonna die. You got to do both. You can't do one or the other. You can't do none, nigga. You gonna do both, or you gonna die, nigga. You violated her, man. That's a violation.
Not okay.
Yeah, that's not lawful, right? You got to think about it. Marriages were meant to be, they were business transactions, so to speak. So you just swooped in and just did something without even speaking to the father. That's going off. But in a sense, it's lawful as long as you do this. You got to pay the father 50 shekels of silver, and you got to take her for a wife forever. You can never divorce her.
Yeah, and that's not to account for this woman. She could not be a good wife, could treat you bad.
Yep.
All types of shit. Just because just because you were thinking in a lustful manner.
You're thinking with the wrong head. That's why I say, and to show that it's a business transaction, we don't have to go there. But in the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7, and I believe around 25 or so, it says that a father is supposed to give his daughter over into a man of understanding. Right. So now, who knows if you're a man of understanding? You just did that to her. See what I'm saying? So there's a law behind it. So you got guys like Eleazar, he's coming out, and other guys, other Israelites, and other people outside of the Israelite, this Israelite thing of ours, outside of the truth, I would say. And they're coming against us about this, but this is what the Bible says. We're not saying you should. I have never heard Apostle Tahor or any other brother say, "Hey, brother, you should go out there and do this to somebody."
Exactly. Go out and take a woman. They've never said nothing like that.
Never. All we've said was that it's lawful. It's lawful. So, like that guy, what's that nigga name? Start with a P, I think. Forgot the nigga name. Polite, yes. Polite, when he came up to the apostles' camp one time years back, he asked the apostles when they were speaking on it, he said, so if a man come and if a brother, like one of these brothers, they rape your daughter, right? I said grapey, so G. They do this to your daughter, right? And then so what are you going to do? And he thought the Apostle Tahor was going to move on the statement. He said he could take her in. It's law for it. He would take her in. That's his wife now. It's of the law, man. Now, should you do it? No, you shouldn't. You're going to jail. Don't do it. Once again,
you gotta conform to Esau's laws. We're in their kingdom.
Yeah. Do not do it. Don't do it. If you see a woman you like, just talk.
Approach her in a nice, or I don't even want to say nice, in a respectful manner.
Yes. Because you don't know if she has a man or not either. You just come on, man. Do not do
it. Your common sense. This camera on me. Man,
because common sense is not so common nowadays, man. And I've been hearing that for all my life, and it's coming more true every day. You know, do not, if we will repeat again, I want to state this for everybody. Do not do this. Don't. In the kingdom, for brothers who may have questions, new brothers in the truth, well, what about in the kingdom? Can we do it then? You won't have to.
Not gonna have to.
They're gonna throw themselves at you. You're not gonna have to do this in the kingdom.
No worries. You'll be
So,
all right in
yeah,
the kingdom.
we're never gonna have to worry about this law in the kingdom. We're not gonna have to do it.
The
The
women gonna
nations
be
are
trying to
gonna,
run game on us. They're gonna
right.
be trying to spit game to us.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then the heathens' fathers, they gonna, well, I'm talking about after the 1,000 years, because the fathers ain't gonna have no goddamn say in the kingdom before the 1,000 years. But the heathens' fathers after the 1,000 years, when they go back to their land, they gonna be tossing their daughters to us, man. Take my daughter, take her.
Please, you are so righteous.
Yes, take
So
her.
right.
You wanted the elect. You wanted the 144. Take her. Lord willing, man. Lord willing, we those men. But they're gonna be throwing them at us, and the women gonna be throwing themselves at us, man. All right, brothers gonna be giving their daughters away to other brothers. This is how it's gonna be, man. It's in the righteous sense. There ain't gonna be no more fornication amongst our people. Now, can't speak amongst the heathen. It's gonna be very low rates of fornication because we're gonna lay that law on their ass. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but our women ain't gonna be whores and shit.
We ain't gonna have to worry about our women committing adultery, nor our concubines. We're not gonna have to worry about that either. The Lord is not gonna have that happen to us, so we ain't gonna have to worry about that at all. But there will be adultery still happening. It's just gonna be on a very low level, but we're gonna handle it accordingly.
Yeah, they're still gonna be under our laws.
Yeah, because we're the only ones that are going to be all righteous in the kingdom, and for the rest of eternity. The heathens are not. They're going to be striving for it. You know how we're striving for righteousness now, according to Judges 5:11. We're rehearsing the righteous acts, striving to be righteous now. The heathens are going to be like that in the kingdom, striving for righteousness and rehearsing the righteous acts forever. But we're going to be righteous forever in the kingdom. So we're just doing it for a short period of time. These niggas are going to be having to do it forever. Ever. Right? Because they're going to live and die. And they're going to be immortal. Okay? And also, to speak to the other point about dealing with little girls, all the Apostle Hart said, y'all trying to take it too far. Typically around 11 and 12 years old and 13 is when a woman gets her first cycle.
Same with a man. What time do a man go through puberty? When his balls are?
Yep. And that's when the man is able to officially pop a woman and get her pregnant. Right? So it goes both ways. It goes both ways. And around that time, that's when they're supposed to marry, because they are now able to procreate. And if you think otherwise, especially as a man, if you think otherwise, you can't sit here and say not around that age you wasn't just randomly getting those, not to get explicit, erections randomly. That means it's that time. You're supposed to be starting to marry now by that age.
Exactly. And this kingdom is seen as you become a man where you're at a set age, when you're 18 or 21. No, biologically, you become a man whenever you you go through puberty, when you're able to procreate.
Yep. Because now you're able to build a household. You're able to make a family. You're a man now. All right. So y'all try to make it worse than what it seems. And like my mother even pulled that card one time when I mentioned this to her, saying that that one fucking case about a 5-year-old girl in Peru getting on her cycle. Listen, nigga, we not even finna fucking show no damn entertainment to that. Stop it, bro. Stop it, man. This is wickedness. You're going off. It's lawful. That's all we're saying is lawful. That's why, once again, the title to this lesson is the 100% truth is sweet and bitter. It's both. It's not one or the other, here, there, little there. It's both. 50-50. 50-50. All right? It's all according to the law.
And just because it's lawful doesn't mean it's
okay or expedient. Salakia. Expedient. Just because it's lawful doesn't always mean it's expedient. Just like it's lawful to have many wives in this kingdom. You do that shit if you want to, though. Yeah, you're gonna regret it. One is too much right now. I'll be honest. One is even too much. Shit. Yeah. So don't do that, please. And like it's lawful to, if you see a Mo walking on the street, it's lawful to go put his ass to death, his or her ass to death.
Or what? Oh.
No,
I got you.
yeah.
I got you.
But should you do it though? You're gonna go to jail. Don't do it. It's not expedient right now. This is not our kingdom. I think a lot of Jakes be forgetting this is not our kingdom.
Yeah,
All right.
just because you know what I'm saying, it's the Lord's law doesn't mean that these people are going to follow it. They seem to forget that you know what I'm saying the Lord rules in this kingdom ultimately, but they've had this thing in their head where they think their law is the highest law in the land.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And also there's been a case I think back in December this happened where this guy with the GMS name on his title, forgot the name for it, but that guy fucking said some shit about he was like I found out my wife committed adultery on me with another woman. I put her ass to death or some shit like that. That definitely was an agent. Yeah, because the apostles had us put up lessons on it a while back when it happened in December. But that definitely was an agent. That was an agent. Once again, don't do that. If that happens to a brother,
Another
leave.
way to make the ministry look bad.
Yes, that was definitely an agent. Leave. And the dude wasn't even in GMS. He just had the title in his name. Indeed, an agent. All right. Once again, because there wasn't even I forgot what camp it said, what the area was, but there's not even a GMS camp there. All right. They looked into it. Now there's no camp there. Once again, don't do that. Though it's lawful to put your wife to death for that, do not leave her. All right. You're gonna throw your life away over a woman in this kingdom? Stop it, man. That's fucking retarded.
Marvel not if she transgress against you.
Yeah, man. It's fucking unwise. The scripture said that Yahweh Bashim Al Shai said, vengeance is mine. Let the Lord deal with it. Don't deal with it yourself. What'd you say, brother?
No, I was finishing what you said. You said vengeance is mine. And I said I will repay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. So don't be doing shit like that. All right. But we was just talking about, to dive a little deep into the RAPE doctrine. It's you gotta take the sweet and you gotta take the bitter. That's very bitter. When I first heard of it, I was like, whoa. But I was like, hey, the scriptures say it.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? You get to reading stuff and you never knew, dang, that's against the law. Like I was reading this, it's in the book of Deuteronomy around there too. It's against the law to marry a woman and her mother.
Yep, that's it's in Leviticus. I forget exactly where, but it's Leviticus. Yep.
I think it's 19 and 29.
Yep, it's two. It's in two different chapters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like little things like that.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And it don't matter if. And then it also said within it, if the son of the mother, or the daughter of the mother have daughters, you can't take them either. It's too close to home. It's things like that, man. And also,
or you can mess with cousins, but they have to be on your mother's side and they have to be further down the line.
Yeah, a few generations down. Yep. And also, so to speak, since we're on the topic of RAPE, there is no such thing as marital RAPE. There's no such thing. All right. Since we're on the topic of it, Esau made that a thing because he's a FAGGOT. That's why he made it a thing. Just like he made it frowned upon to have many women because he's a FAGGOT. Because Esau don't even deal with women like that. He just got a wife. It's what they call it, a trophy wife. He just got a trophy wife. He don't even deal with her. Nigga don't be touching their wives for years. It's just to look good. They don't.
You're supposed to give you, like the brother said, you're supposed to give. When you all become married, you're supposed to give yourself to your partner, and you're not supposed to withhold yourself from them.
Not at all. And if Esau wasn't so damn wicked and made it so frowned upon to have many wives, you how it's really supposed to go. You're not even supposed to really have sex with your wife, but maybe once or twice a week, if we're being honest. Because the the box got to rejuvenate. It got to regenerate.
Yeah, and they could throw off their pH balance.
Yep. If you do it too much, like if you fucking your wife 5 times a week, stop. Get some help. Okay.
Pop it.
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah. Because
That's our cue.
right.
That's our
the,
cue, man.
right. So in the kingdom, bro, we're not gonna be having sex with with one specific wife multiple times a week. It's not gonna happen. Especially because we're gonna have Pringle cans filled with baby juice. It's not gonna happen.
It's
They're not gonna be able to take it. But yeah, man. But like the brother was saying, I'm gonna close it on this. There's no such thing as a marital, GRAPE. There's no such thing. All right, because in the book, according to the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, when you become married, like the brother referenced, the man has to give his body up to the woman, and the woman has to give it up to the man. You cannot withhold yourself unless y'all both come to an agreement to withhold yourselves. That's the only way you can do it. Y'all both have to come to an agreement, like y'all taking a vow or something like that. Outside of that, cannot do it. All right. So yes, if you want to take your woman box, you can do it. Woman, you want some? Go ahead. All right. Fuck, you have no control of your body once you're married. In righteousness, of course. Don't be doing wicked shit. All right. Be doing sodomy and shit. Don't do that. But you got anything else, brother?
Oh man, I think we hit it on the head.
God, Wadi Bashimel Shah. So we're gonna close it off there. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to close it by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us his truth. And the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So I want to say Abba Babal, Kwam Yashrala, Gadol Abatyam, Lababal Hagadol, Yahweh Maharwa, Ahabatham. All right.
And we're one day closer to the kingdom, man.
Yes, sir. One day closer, man. And that's a little bit at a time. Right? As the Apostle Bar said, steady wins the race. Steady wins the race. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So with that being said, bros, shalom.